Pranam to everyone. Welcome to another wonderful session of Spiritual Tablets Malaysia. Today we have our honored guest, Chandra Modali sir. Sir, welcome to our session, sir. So Chandra Modali sir is a retired IT officer in senior management, and he is with the core team of USA Spiritual Tablets. And sir is here to explain us about the very wonderful and important and useful concept, who am I? Sir, please welcome, sir.
Namaste.
Sir. Namaste, sir.
Hello. So I'm waiting for Maniam sir to give me permission to start.
Yes, sir. Maniam sir, please continue.
Yeah, welcome, sir. It's a really great pleasure for all the masters who came today attended. I'm very, very happy. So, master, please proceed. Our senior master, Parmeshwar, is there. So I'm really gifted, sir. Please.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Thank you.
Sir, my only request is, all senior members, don't ask me too many questions. It will become difficult for me. Yeah. Anyway, right. So I will. Saujanya, I have permission to share.
Yes,
Oh,
sir.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
I do. Can everyone see my screen? Is my screen visible to all?
Yes, sir. It is visible.
Which one? The one in presentation mode, or is it? Oh, one sec. I think I shared the wrong screen. 1 minute. Just give me a minute. Where is the share button? I share screen 2. Okay. And then I go into presentation mode. Which one is available? The one in blown up?
Sir, right now, traffic signals is visible, sir.
Traffic signals.
Who am I with your
Who am I?
picture?
Who am I, sir?
With my photograph?
Yes.
Yes.
And is it sliding to the left?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it is.
Okay, so then that is the right one. Okay. Okay. So basically, let me ask a generic question. If I ask you, or if you ask yourself the question, who am I? What would be your answer?
Our name.
Okay.
That's the first thing which comes to our mind.
Okay. Then
Sir, I
Soul.
will say I'm a soul.
you are a soul. Okay. Any other answer? Okay, let me not trouble you people, right? We are a soul. We have an identity. We have so many things, right? So how does that turn out? So when you ask me, who am I may probably start with wearing the spectacles of a microbiologist. So if I were a microbiologist, right, how would I identify myself?
As an organism?
as an organism, right? Or as a battery of organism organized into various components, right? Now let's go further. So we started with my name. Then I said, I am a soul. Then I said, I am organism organized into various compartments. Any other definition? Let's make it interactive. This is not going to be a lecture like you have had till now. My sessions are generally interactive because I need to learn something end of the day. So Tanvi ma'am, anything from your side?
Sir, I will say I'm a soul on journey.
Okay, you are a soul on a journey. Okay, fine. So now you have brought in the concept of a journey. Okay, anything else? One more input.
Five elements.
Nobody?
Five
Pardon?
elements. Panchakoshas here.
Okay, Panchakoshas. So basically, I am a collection of all of these. Not one of these, not some of these, but all of these. So if I am to understand who am I, first thing I will start with is I have got multiple perspectives. Now, if something in this is not working properly, then I say I am sick, I am ill, I am not well. So I start looking at myself from multiple windows, right? Now, let's look at some of the great sages that we have been exposed to, great masters. What have they said? If I look at what Ramana Maharshi said, he says, who am I is a spiritual journey of discovery and true identity. So we are trying to discover ourselves. So Payal Gargji, whatever she said, I am a soul on a journey. That applies. Then Patriji made a beautiful remark. He says, spiritual health is my root and physical health is my fruit. So now those elements have been now given a dimension pertaining to health as well as what is important to acquire the best out of that health. And then we are talking about there is a concept of identity, there is a concept of experience, there is a concept of wisdom, and so on and so forth. All these perspectives are very important if you need to lead a comfortable, healthy life, right? So we will get into the bottom of this. So there are multiple perspectives, right? Now, the same entity lives in multiple stages of consciousness, right? So we will see what they are. Then we will talk about going a little bit deeper. What do I mean when I say I am a soul? I have a purpose of life. No, why did this start? Wait on. Right. So then I will talk about when I have a purpose in life, I am not able to complete. For example, the project extension. That is not possible in life. So I take multiple iterations of the project to complete my journey. Then I look at what is going to influence my perspectives in life. So probably there is going to be an influence of what is karma. And earlier sessions, we learned about the oneness and all that. How does that influence the karmic role? What are the different stages through which the soul will progress? That is also new, right? Then further, how is my body built? Is this whole thing one single bag, or is it multiple bags, one over the other, with an overlay, with one controlling the other? Am I like the set of Tanjore dolls that we keep hearing? Then, right, me, how do I, as I evolve, as I take birth and then I grow up, I form what I call a personality. So I am also my personality. And is there any guidance available of from a spiritual perspective? How does this journey get conducted? Any questions so far? I will be going very slowly. There will be one practical exercise also, which could be of benefit. What I did 30 years ago and how it has helped my journey in life is also an important paradigm that we will take a look at. So having said that, I will start with, right, my existence in the area of what are all my three states of consciousness. Why does this fellow start on his own? Who is moving this for me? I think I'm reminded of who is my cheese, right? So all of you have heard about Janaka Maharaja,
Yes, sir.
right? Anyone who has not heard of Janaka Maharaja? Because I have to manipulate my questions in line with the silence that I am observing.
Sita's father.
Sita's father, right? So this entire episode starts with a small story, which is very, very important in our understanding the concept of my states of existence. Okay. Right now, is the sound audible? No, I
Yes.
made the same mistake last time also, which
Okay.
means in
But
my
there is
sharing, I have to select those
But the
options.
video doesn't have sound, so no problem. It's not disturbing.
No, it has. See, what has happened is when I shared, right? Is this audible?
One day he was asleep, very
Yes.
Yeah,
asleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And suddenly
it's audible. Now it's not. Now it's gone.
one day he was asleep, very
Yes, it's audible.
peacefully
Something
sleeping.
interrupting.
And suddenly the sentry came running and said, I'll use a mixture of Hindi and English, but I'll translate into English also, because the story was told to me in Hindi. Maharaj ji, uthiye, get up, what happened? The enemy has attacked, we must fight a war. So Janak Raja immediately got up, summoned his generals and his soldiers, and he went off to battle, put on his armor and sword and everything, took his sword and everything and went off to battle. And there was a fierce battle in which Janak Raja was defeated. He was wounded, he was captured by the enemy, dragged before the enemy king, and the enemy king said, Tumhara Rajya ab hamara Rajya hai. I have captured your kingdom. Now I will not kill you because you are a king, I will exile you. You get out of this kingdom, it's mine now. What could poor Janak Raja do? He was tired and exhausted and bleeding and depressed. Somehow he started walking, and people in what was his own capital earlier, they refused to give him water or food because they were afraid. They said, the new king is very cruel. If they know we have helped you, he will punish us. After walking for 2 days, he came to the border of his kingdom. Then he crossed the border to the next kingdom, and he found food was being served to poor people, beggars. So there was a long line, and I think they were serving rice or khichdi or something, and a big handa was there. So he joined that line, and as he advanced in the queue, when he came up to the place where it was being served, at that time it was finished, no more food. And he could not take it anymore, he was feeling terribly depressed and tired and exhausted and in pain. And that person who was giving food, he said, just this starch, which is lying at the bottom of the handa, that is there, I'll give it to you if you want it. He said, okay, give me that. And he gave him a bowl, filled that starch in there, and gave it to him. Before he could lift it, trembling to his lips, a kite, cheel, It was circling up there. It dived and hit that bowl, knocked it out of his hands, and that bowl went rolling in the dust, and whatever was there was spilled in the dust, and Janak Raja could not take it anymore. He was so overcome with misery and sadness, he fell down on the ground. Ha ha kar karte hue, as he said, the sadhu. Ha ha kar karte hue. Ha ha kar in Sanskrit, ha kar, Hindi ha kar, not English ha ha. So it means just the opposite. And when he was crying, alas, suddenly he heard a voice, Maharaj ji, kya hua? What happened? Sir? And he woke up, his chest pounding, covered in sweat, sitting on the bed. And the sentry has come, Maharaj, you shouted. What happened? So it was a dream. The whole thing was a dream, a nightmare. Nothing has happened. But because Janak Raja was very, he had a very analytical mind. So he looked up and he said, wo sach ya ye sach? Is that true or is this true? Is that dream true or is this waking world, is it true? Wo sach ya ye sach? Sentry was taken aback. What is this? He called the minister. Sir, what is wrong? Wo sach ya ye sach? They called the queen. The queen thought, this old man, what has happened to you? His wife came, what happened to you? Wo sach ya ye sach? There's only one thing he's saying. Wo sach ya ye sach? Nobody could understand this. Next day in the morning, in the marketplace, it's already problems. People are talking hush hush. And Ashtavakra Muni, the great Jnani, he's walking, he has come to the city, and he heard this is what is happening. Now he was a Jnani, so he knew what has happened. He decided, I will go and visit Janak Raja. And he went to the court and he asked Janak Raja, kaise hain? Maharaj ji, how are you? And Raja said, wo sach hai, ye sach. That's what he's doing all day, sitting in the court, surrounded by the queen and the ministers and the army and the generals and everything. And I'm sort of imagining, this is not part of the story, but I'm imagining, the officers coming with files, please sign, wo sach hai, ye sach. No work is getting done. When he said this to Ashtavakra Muni, same thing, wo sach hai, ye sach. Now Ashtavakra Muni knows what he's referring to. So he said, Janak Raja, when you were rolling in the dust, bleeding, tired, defeated, depressed, crying on that ground, what he is referring to only Janak Raja knows and he knows. Nobody else understands. What is this defeat and all this? At that time, was all this there? Your power, your wealth, your queen, your generals, your minister, all these things were there or not? Janak Raja said, no, none of this was there. Only defeat and depression and sadness and misery. And now you're sitting here in the court, surrounded by your courtiers and all this power and wealth. That defeat, that depression, those wounds, that terrible situation, is it here? The king said, no, it's not here. Na, yahan to nahi hai wo. Then Ashtavakra Muni said, to Raja, na ye sach, na wo sach. Neither this is true, nor that is true. This was not there in that terrible dream. And today you are in this situation, you are calling it a dream, that is not here. Then Janak Raja was shocked. The next question which would come to all of us, he's saying, to kuch bhi sach nahi, is it nothing true then? Then the Muni said, jab wo aap wahan par the, on that battlefield, on that place where you were rolling in the dust, defeated, crying, were you there or not? Tab wahan aap the ya nahi? Did you see that or not? Yes, I was there. I saw that. That may be false, but I have experienced it. It may be false. I woke up and I say it is false, but I have experienced it. Or idhar up, where you are now sitting in the court, idhar bhi aap hai ki nahi? One day he was asleep, very peacefully sleeping. One day he was asleep, very peacefully sleeping. And it's true, not this is. One day he was asleep, very peacefully sleeping. Waking world.
So what is wrong with this?
Or idhar up, where you are now sitting in the court, idhar bhi aap hai ki nahi? Are you sitting here and experiencing this or not? He says, yes, I am experiencing it. So Raja,
What's wrong today? Something is wrong with my network.
And today you are in this situation, you are calling it a dream, that is not here. Then Janak Raja was, he was shocked. The next question which would come to all of us, he's saying, to kuch bhi sach nahi, is it nothing true then? Then the Muni said, jab wo aap wahan par the, on that battlefield, on that place where you were rolling in the dust, defeated, crying, were you there or not? Tab wahan aap the ya nahi? Did you see that or not? Yes, I was there. I saw that. That may be false, but I have experienced it. It may be false. I woke up and I say it is false, but I have experienced it. Or idhar up, where you are now sitting in the court, idhar bhi aap hai ki nahi? Are you sitting here and experiencing this or not? He says, yes, I am experiencing it. To Raja, na ye sach, na wo sach, but tum hi sach. Neither that is true, nor this is true, but you the witness of both situations. You alone are the truth. This is a story. The rest of the lecture, we are going to struggle with this concept and try to understand what is the meaning of this story. The meaning of this story and the meaning of this mantra are exactly the same, but we will see. We'll try to understand it. At least intellectually, let's get a grasp on what they are saying. Whether you will be convinced or not, that comes later. But understanding comes first.
Okay, here we will have a discussion rather than listening. So what did we understand from that small snippet? Masters, this is not a lecture session. This is a collective discussion wisdom. Sir, please unmute yourself and definitely make it interesting. Otherwise, I may fall sleepy.
Nothing is true.
Nothing is true. Okay.
So,
One observation. Yeah.
what I understood was like whatever is there, it's not. We are not doing it. We are just witnessing it, and this is not the reality. It's just a mirage.
Or can I rephrase that sentence? I have experienced that I am awake. I have experienced that I was in sleep. I was in a sleep state. I was in a dream state. Are you able to identify those states? First of all, when Janaka Maharaja is sitting in the court, is he in the awake state? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Right. Now, he then was in a state where he suddenly found himself defeated in a battle. Correct? So he was in a dream state, which he felt was the reality at that time. And then, when he was woken up, he didn't know where he was. What is this changing state that you can identify with? Can you identify what is that changing entity? He was awake, he was asleep, he was in a dream, and for some time he didn't even know where he was. What are those four states?
Sir, when he was awake, he was conscious, sir. He knows
Okay,
his physical
correct.
presence. Yeah.
Right. Okay, when he was awake, he was conscious. And what happened to that consciousness when he was in sleep?
Subconscious.
He
Subconscious,
went
sir.
into, it was either subconscious or it was in a different state of existence. So let us remember, when I say who am I, there is always a state that is associated with my identity. If I am aware of all these three, and there is one more state that is known as Turiya as per Mandukya Upanishad, which says that fourth one is Turiya, the fourth. It encompasses all these states, right? So I am an entity that is existing in multiple states. That is the first fact we need to recognize. Okay. Now, as we were doing that, okay, then, so basically we started with I am some material which I am going to call the soul. Then we went through that this soul, as far as its identity goes, could be in multiple states: conscious, unconscious, subconscious, and unknown state also. So probably I may even divide it with the known states and the unknown states. Known states are I am awake, I am conscious. Known state is I am sleeping, I am dreaming, or I don't know where I am. So there are four kind of states. We need to identify that. Then, right? Then now let us park those three. Right? Now, as a soul, how do I evolve? Can anyone tell me what is a soul in their understanding? But these are all small bits of information which are the definitions and fundamentals of understanding who am I, what is my journey, and so on. So I'm only dealing with these fundamental inputs at this time. So what do you understand by a soul?
So like my body is the driver, my body is just like a car, and my soul is the fuel. It's not that my car, if I don't have a soul, if my existence is not there, then my body can't be there. So that means my soul drives my body. So that is what I understand.
Okay. Now, my cursor is at a particular word. Can you read that word? Where is the cursor gone?
I can't
here.
see the cursor.
Are you able to see it now?
Yes, a little bit like yes, such a around.
ना उसके ऊपर black में है ना consciousness.
Yes, consciousness.
Right?
Yeah.
So there is some material which has got some awareness in it. That material which has got awareness is the soul material. That is the soul. Now, if you say that is the soul, then why are there so many different appearances of the soul? Suppose you ask that question.
So the appearance of the soul is defined by my, previous experiences, and a soul decides what kind of life plan he has come for. So accordingly, I think, I believe
that is very bookish, right? Let us practically understand, right? So now there is some material which has got some degree of awareness, correct? You're able to relate to consciousness. The definition of consciousness is a degree of awareness, correct? Right. If I take that awareness into consideration, now let me try to give it some more matter or material. What is this awareness or consciousness? For example, my awareness is nothing but my experience and my knowledge. Are you able to relate to that? My consciousness is equal to my awareness. Can you be aware of something that you don't know?
No.
So you need to know that. That means you need to experience it and you need to have your own understanding of that. Correct? Now, that is the only thing that differentiates so many different shapes and forms and names and all that. So, soul material is that material which differs in consciousness. Okay? We will try to define every word that I am using here. And then we are talking about the soul exists in multiple different states, which actually gives it the experience that is required. And then someone said, my life is a journey, right? A soul is a journey. Who was that? Payal, you only mentioned that?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now that material is undergoing an increased level of consciousness by virtue of its knowledge, past or pre-existing, and present experiences, both pleasant and unpleasant, to add to that consciousness. And the consciousness has got an organized structure. Okay? So far, everyone is with me? Please understand this, because this becomes the foundation for understanding the topic, who am I? Everyone with me?
Yes,
Please,
sir.
if you have a
Yes.
question, please do ask me. Right? Now, right, when we say life is a journey, right, what do you think? Is there a purpose for a journey or no purpose?
What purpose?
Yes, we have purpose.
We have a purpose, right? And what is that purpose?
Mukti.
Mukti is a very big word. Yaar, wo chodo.
That is
Purpose
what the
is
final aim is, to keep evolving and to finally attain mukti. That is
The-
the main soul
No,
purpose. You
then
cannot
I
deny
will
that.
ask you, what is mukti?
So that I don't have to come on this earth again and again, not to take any rebirth.
Mm, That is a very bookish one. Let us try to define our own meaning. So
Sir,
we know that yeah, go ahead, Pai.
Sir, my purpose is fulfillment and happiness.
Okay. So the life has got a basic objective. See, if you really want to go to the depth of it, I can take you there, but it will be a longer session. However, one thing is, look at it this way. There was something in life. No, I think that I will bring in later, not too early. So here, today is the session of only definitions. Yeah. Someone was saying something.
See, it was me. Just an interesting, sir, just a very curious question. And if you could add, sir, people say ikigai, and I just got to know the meaning of it, but I'm not able to really relate to it.
By the end of today's session, you should be able to relate what it is.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you, sir.
Right. So now this purpose of this soul matter is, it started with awareness, but due to it failing in its test of, yeah, Parthsarthi. Yeah, Parthsarthi.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I was just joined around 20 minutes back,
Okay.
and I was wondering, the consciousness is something like seeing the reality. one who sees the reality
Now,
changes.
what is that reality? Is it is reality the same for everyone?
The being which is in conscious state
Okay.
will see some reality, but that reality is not reality.
Ah, yes. That is consciousness. You're right.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. So now there is some reality which is universal, but depending upon the awareness or consciousness, it varies from person to person. Okay. Keep that definition in mind. I will take one session in which we will go through that part also.
Sir, though it is acceptable as per your saying, but it's difficult to digest.
You will be able to digest as you increase your meditative experiences, etc. Or the other way you will digest is when I finish what I'm trying to take you through. So now what happens is your life is a journey, and every journey, as we know, is equal to meeting an objective, correct? Can I say that a journey has got an objective, which means it has got a destination, and it has got probably milestones built into it if it is a long journey. If it is a short journey, it has got a start point, it has got an end point, and in between, right, you will encounter obstacles, etc., which means you will start getting bits and pieces of experience, which will increase your awareness day by day, incident by incident, as you progress. Sir, is that an earlier raised hand or you raised it now?
This is another stand.
Okay.
See, you said for one purpose, if a being is working towards its journey, it is fine. But on the way, his mind is not still. He has multiple purposes, and like a rudderless ship, he is trying to reach this way or that way. And never satisfied.
I will explain that when we get to the levels of soul.
Thank you, sir. It has to get satisfied or not?
It will. So now that life objective, consciousness, complete reality, right? We can say that it consists of 35 plus divine virtues, which you need to experience 360 degrees. Okay? And, right? There is a caveat when you are drawing your life purpose. The caveat is you can select only 2 or 3 out of them. Having selected them before you are born, you actually convert that to a movie. You are going to convert that to a movie. Okay? That movie is going to have those scenarios which will create your experiences. Are you with me so far?
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Right. So we are going to create that, and then there will be some seniors, just like in our classroom or discussion, where if we encounter a doubt when we are creating that plan, we will be guided. Those are known as the Council of Elders. And then we finalize the plan. Once you have finalized the plan, then you sit with all the different souls that are available to you. You want one kind of experience. There will be another soul which has got the exact fit for giving you that opportunity of creating that experience, and Then you get into a discussion with them saying that, hey boy, hey guy, this is my project plan. I need you to come and play this role. You start putting that entire life act together. Right? This is all on the paper that you are creating your life plan. Then you agree with the mother to be, saying that mother, father, siblings, friends, enemies, all these are the players that you have put together in drawing your life plan. This is only one life plan. Okay? And now you are taking birth. Okay? So when you have taken birth, you have defined your plan as shown here, right? You have created a plan. You have defined the experiences. You have defined the scenarios. You have defined the execution of life journey plan. What are all those milestones? If I start from here to here, I call it I have completed class 1. Then I have completed class 2. Then I have completed class 3 and so on and so forth. Right? So, in that journey, now I have taken birth. Right? When I have taken birth, right? So, I have segregated my journey into infancy, childhood, teenage, adulthood, maturity, and so on. And that has become my personality. What is this personality got to do? Or what is this personality consisting of? You are all 35 years plus?
Yes,
or
sir.
around that, right? So now let us try to define. Did you have an infancy, which I could say that 0 to 7 years, 7 to 14, 14 to 21, 21 to 28, 28 to 35. Are you able to recall certain things? What happened to you during your 0 to 7?
No.
No.
No, sir, I can't recall.
You don't have any childhood memories?
No, sir.
You don't have any childhood memories? Who are your parents? Who are your neighbors? Who are your surroundings? Or which school did you go to? You don't have any of those memories.
Yeah, school memory.
Probably school, yes, but not 0 to 7.
0 to 7.
Okay, now I mean, okay. Yes, sir. You're saying something, Satish?
Yeah, above 1 year we can remember. Below
Correct.
1 year can't.
Below 1 we may not, but in 0 to 7 you would remember certain things, right? Like for if you ask me, right? I was put in the hostel at the age of 5. Right? Immediately I didn't like it. Even today I have a grudge against my parents. One of them is no more, but I still hold that grudge. That's an experience, right? It was an experience with loneliness. Missing the love and affection that you expect at that age. Right? Likewise, at every stage, we would have had one part of an experience that with which we have been living. My anger, I look at some face, I get angry. I look at some face, I feel very happy. All these are the various impressions that are staying in my mind.
Yes.
Correct. So as I'm executing, I am parallelly experiencing, and those experiences define my personality, which I can say has got my own actions, my own experiences, my own beliefs that identifies Chandra Modali today. If I look at Chandra Modali yesterday, he was a very aggressive fellow. Today, he's an old man. Right? So, it gives rise to those individual experiences. It gives rise to our belief system. It gives rise to our diseases. And today, if I look at myself, I may be a collection of so many things. Correct? Right? And I'm all these experiences impact me in the form of my emotions. What are these emotions? Starting with guilt, to shame, to happiness, to fear. All these define me today. Are you with me? Are you able to relate to all this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, yes, sir.
Right? All these are also part of me, which also define who am I. Right? So now we will come back to this energy is what it is. Right? I want all of us to get into a sort of a exercise. You have put yourself into various scenarios, correct? Right? Today, if you look at your life, can you define as is, draw a circle and do this next 5 minutes? That exercise is very important. Yeah, go ahead, Tanvi ma'am.
So my question is, sir, जिसमें आपने बताया हम
Can you
अपना
be
soul
a
plan,
थोड़ा ऊंचाई से बोलिए.
sir, just like you told us that we make our soul plan, right? We decide everything, who our parents gonna be, and then we call those souls and we talk to them that what is our plan and how are we going to execute it and what are we going to learn and you gonna help us, how you gonna help us. So supposedly I'm doing this, I'm making a soul plan for myself when I'm there. So can it be done only with the ones with the souls present there, or can it be with the souls even present on earth?
They can be anywhere, provided they have the level of consciousness to help you. It is any soul. There is no restriction.
Okay.
However,
Okay.
why is this? Why am I getting a resound? Are there two computers in one room?
Just a second, sir. Let me mute myself.
Right. So now what I want you to do is draw a circle in the center, write down as is. All of you, please. This is a very important step. I did this for myself some 35 years ago, and today I will tell you what happened. Please do this exercise. It will be of benefit to all of us.
Sir, I got a pen. How I will draw?
On a piece of paper, sir.
Okay.
What we have to do in this exercise?
Yeah. So once you have written as is, you write down about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different fingers. I mean, just draw some lines out of the circle. One is the family, your individual education, maybe your friends, your health, your wealth, your career. You may probably add your finances. Finances and wealth is never the same. Please remember that.
Sir, just a question. We draw it like this, the way this chart is there, and then we fill in the blanks.
Whichever way you are comfortable. End of the day, I am looking for 6 separate windows which say my family. What you see under family, you can write 1 or 2 sentences. What you see under your education, you can write, if education is important, right? If you think friends, what you see under your friends, what you see under your health, your wealth, your career, your finances. You may see so many things. Just write them down. Done?
So just a minute, ma'am.
Yeah. Take. Right. If you close your eyes and say, who are my friends? Write down. You may see some, you may not see some. Some of them could be friends in the recent past, not acquaintances. I'm using the word friends, not as acquaintances. Yeah. If you are done, then give me a tinkle. I mean, as long as majority of you have done, then I'll take you to the next step.
Sir, what do we write about, like, self, spouse, parents, children, grandchildren? I mean,
No, I just wrote there. I mean, I saw when I did this exercise ages ago, I had seen all this, so I just wrote that. Like when I did this exercise 35 years ago, I saw my grandmother then. She was 90 years. She was alive, kicking and very happy. So I put down that also. My grandparents, my children, my grandchildren, and so on. I put so many people that I saw. Are you done? Can I take the next step?
yes, sir.
All the columns are filled. Like your friends, your health, your wealth. What it
Yes,
is
sir.
today. Huh? Right. Okay. Right. Next, what I want you to do is, your windows are the same, but your vision, your horizon is shifting. Where is it shifting to? Your next one is 35 years from today. You can take the next 5 minutes only for this 35 years. Somebody else has drawn extra lines. That annotation. Anu, can you please, disable annotation? Do the same exercise 35 years from today.
Sir, I'll be 80 by that time. I can't be, I don't want to live.
No. Why not? My father was 92 when he expired.
No, it's not that. But, for me to think, that I will live that long, because I want to have more quality life than a lingering old
No,
age.
it need not be. So, you put down what you see. You don't see, then okay, we will change your horizon to 25 years or 20 years. Make it 20 years.
Yeah, that
You
is fair.
can't see it. Right. Make it another 25 years.
25 years sounds more interesting.
Okay, then do it. If 35 is too much, make it 25. How does it matter? Oh, you're finished. Very good. Anybody else who has finished?
I also finished a little bit, sir.
Oh, finish the whole thing.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Right. Finish the whole thing. Then, if you have done this 25 or 35, whatever it is, do 15 from today. That becomes the next one. Instead of 20, do make it 15 because people objected to 35.
Sorry, sir, I missed the last instruction. After doing it for 20 years, then what to do?
You do it for 15.
Okay. I mean, 15 years from now.
Yeah.
Okay. We had never thought of this, sir. So you're making it a brainstorming.
No, it is essential. You will see the utility value of this.
Yeah, sir, it's already giving so much of rush of chemicals in the body, you know.
Sir, I finished.
Very good. Now,
Done.
you do it for the next 5 years.
Oh, career.
Yeah, you have come down to 5 years?
I'm doing, sir.
Okay.
Sir,
Yeah. Ask.
sir, Tanvi this side.
Yeah, Tanvi. Pucho. I'm listening.
Sorry. Sir,
So,
I
just
understood the
finished.
second slide very well, but can you explain the first slide later again? कुछ कम समझ में आई first slide ना?
First slide में various stages of life है और कुछ नहीं है. How the entire presentation you will be going through, what all we are going to touch upon is all that this one is going to consist.
Sir, I touched upon 4 areas with 3 stages.
Okay. Right. So you have created this kind of a plan for you. If you have done 3 also, that's okay. Because this is something. Now you got the 5 years, right?
Yeah.
Look at your chart from today and 5 years from today.
Sir, one little confusion, like family remains the same number of members. I mean, what did you actually mean by family? What could have you put in that circle? And the education, whether we want to grow or what? Like,
yeah, it could be something you may want to take up.
Okay.
Right?
And
This is individual. This is the whole thing is individual.
And okay, and how about the family? I mean, if I visualize it like the same number of family members, I don't want to visualize the number of family members getting subtracted.
I mean, see, but you need to recognize the reality. That's why I said, when I did this exercise 35 years ago, I was with my grandmother who was then 80 years. When I saw her for the next 5 years after that. I didn't see her beyond that. Are you with me? So you don't want to do is different, but you're trying to draw. Okay, you don't want to do it, don't go there. It's okay. Nothing, no harm. Right?
Done, sir. Today.
Okay. Right. So now, right?
Right.
Your objective of leading your life, right? You got the 0 to 5 years.
Yes.
What have you done in this exercise? Let's spend a few minutes on that.
Sir, shall I tell?
Yeah, go ahead.
On my finances, it is just 1x. 1x is some lakhs rupees.
Okay.
On my health, it is occasionally or sometimes once in a month with some solid foods, fried or salads or soups, I get my stomach upset.
Okay.
On my education, today I am just a retired postgraduate electrical engineer with some management background. On my family and friends, who are my friends, today I have a family of 4 now and about a couple of close friends and within 0 to 9 friends, acquaintance.
Okay.
These are the 4 areas. This is my first stage.
Right.
0 to 5 years.
Okay. Right. Now, 0 to 5 years is what you have seen. Right. And you know what it is today.
Yes, sir.
But in the coming 10 years, how do you see things changing?
Shall I tell?
No, don't tell. I'm just asking, there are some changes or no changes?
Some improvements.
Improvements, right?
I'm dreaming.
That's okay. Your dreaming means you are desiring those. Otherwise, you will not dream them.
Okay.
Okay. Right? So now what happens is, you will start dividing and giving attention to all these entities. What I did was, when I did this exercise, I didn't have education. So what I did was, I changed my education to my knowledge. Okay. I replaced the word education with knowledge. Right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, I can take you through what I saw when I did it about 35 years ago. What I saw was, by the end of 20 years, suddenly I don't know what happened to me when I was drawing this plan, right? After 20 years from then, I didn't see myself holding a job. When I envisioned, I sat down and envisioned, by the time I was 50, some crazy thought, I said, I don't have a job anymore. But if you see my diagram, my finances is not there. So I had given zero focus to growing my finances. Okay. Now, when it came to the time frame that I was getting out of my job for whatever reason, by the time I was 50, I had achieved phenomenal success professionally. I was a senior vice president in a company and all that, in one of the MNCs, right? But I never gave any importance to an important parameter because my vision did not permit me. And when I retired, when I left my working, right? Because of my neglect, my health also, I never imagined I would not, I had imagined I would get diabetes, I would become a victim. I had imagined all that, and exactly the same thing started happening in my life. Whatever was the negative and in my control, I could have not lived under overconfidence, the energy levels that was giving me confidence and overconfidence. Overconfidence is nothing but confidence coupled with ignorance, not with knowledge, right? So I started losing out on that, and all of that impacted my body. At the mind level, it started, but it had an impact on me. My objective out of this entire exercise that we have done so far, right, was to see that all your initiatives will keep you above neutrality. That means your emotions will not drag your life to an ill health state.
But whatever you are thinking, 5 years from now is there now. Please join. Sir, I brought my friend also, he's listening.
Yeah. See, so now what happens is, once you have defined your milestones in life, correct? Your objective is to lead a life wherein you don't have the negative emotions getting generated in the initiatives that you are taking. If there are initiatives that are going to be negative, you will need to start searching for those entities wherein either you fine-tune your expectation and desire, or fine-tune or ignore those areas and replace it with something else. Because your emotion is going to have an influence on the topic that I'm going to start next week, in the next session. Because I can go on and on, but I also take cognizance of the fact that I've got 13 minutes left for today. I'm going to stop at 7 o'clock India time, which
Sir,
is, I think, 9:30 your time.
Sir. Give me one. Before you close, give me 1 minute. I will quickly tell my 4 stages in 4 areas.
Okay. Because now I want a complete discussion on all of this. Okay.
How many minutes for that, sir, for all?
I mean, I've got another 15 minutes. If people want to extend, you can extend. But I want to take questions which will help all of you.
First, I will ask my questions, sir. 4 questions.
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead.
Shall I ask now or later?
No, now.
Sir, my 4 areas, I never thought you made me think. Because I am 73 now, you told 35 can be reduced to 20. So till
Yes.
93, I made the 4-stage plan.
Okay.
In my family and who are my friends, shall I tell you the 4 stages, or today what I am, these 4 stages I will tell. Quickly I will
Sir,
tell
you don't have to reveal the information. All you need to note is,
I'll tell
how are you distributing your day?
I am whiling away with WhatsApp, Telegram, and all useless things.
Right. So it changes your perspective.
I am desiring to read all my 200 or 300 books I am having. I bundled 5 like that and kept it, but unable to see that because I don't have a proper organization.
Correct. So whatever you want to do, right? You have 2 things you can do. One is, how am I progressing towards it? First of all, you may ask, like we do in the corporate world, is it a need to have or is it a nice to have?
You need to have.
If it is a need to have, then I have to give it adequate focus, right?
Thank you, sir.
Right. So you will start meeting your desires and wants. You may probably even put a sort
I
of a
listed-
score against each
I
of
listed
them.
only my wants, no desires.
Correct. Correct. Right. So now you will take stock of the situation saying, I have got for 5 years. What am I going to do in the first year? What am I going to do in the second year? What am I going to do in the third year? What am I going to do in the fourth year?
I wrote
Right?
only one few words only. I will elaborate.
That's okay. You can do that planning. Now what happens is you take each one, you will write.
Okay.
Right? You will fine tune your expectation with the amount of energy that you have.
I have a lot of energy mentally.
So if you have it, then enrich it. Now, are you factoring some service you want to do? What is the kind of legacy you want to leave behind?
When I do service, I feel happy.
So what services are going to give you happy? How are you going to measure your services?
If I find
Each of that initiative,
if I
you
find
will rewrite.
If I find some smile in somebody's face, I have done the job.
Correct. So you will see that, right?
Okay.
Now, all these become your goals that you want to achieve. You will need to. If you don't achieve something, what are those that could hurt you deeply? Right? Those you will prioritize and ensure that your life is a smooth journey.
Obstacles are close family and friends only, they ridicule at me.
Correct. So, do you need to give it importance and take on the negative stress out of it?
Yes.
Why should you? Why don't you ignore that?
That I have to cultivate.
So that now defines your priorities and initiatives that you need to take to see that your body level homeostasis. When I say use the word homeostasis, it means it should not disturb your equilibrium. In the next session, when we talk about the Panchakoshas, we will go into the depth of why we need to maintain each of them. Right? Okay. Kalpana?
Namaste, sir.
Namaste.
Sir, I just have one question, sir. In this exercise, I haven't written wealth anywhere, sir. In all four, as is plus 35, plus 20, plus 5. So what could be the reason, sir? I haven't thought of wealth at all.
Maybe wealth, you are not finding it important or you have it in abundance. It could be any of those. Like I didn't write finance because I had never understood the importance of finance when I was at that stage. Now, what did it do to me? By the time it was time for me to suddenly leave my job for whatever reason, right? It started putting this scare such that I contracted diabetes as an uphill catalyst moving at such a pace. Ultimately, that damaged a portion of my health. Right? Now, today I am able to look behind and say that I made that mistake and I am now upset. So, had I known it then, probably I would have normalized the impact on my body.
Sir, today I heard that diabetes or whatever disease, chronic or not, can be cured with enough dopamine secretion.
You're looking at one person with a hand raised.
Thank you.
Who has done that.
Very good, sir.
Okay. So, this planning actually helps us take care of maintaining and walking and conducting ourselves in life along the middle path, which means there is a balance between my materialistic desires and my corresponding this one. Also, when I start my meditation, I start getting inclination of purposes of life. How do I identify a deviation in my life? What are the kind of warnings I get? How do I correct myself? All those become part of the advanced studies in the spiritual tablets itself. Yeah. Payal.
Sir, my question is like the overview of whatever activity you told me to do. You know, I want my wealth to increase and my number of friends to increase. The number of friends, I think, that part I'm lacking. So I feel that is okay. But when I see, that my desire to increase my wealth is there, I go in some kind of confusion and some kind of, judging myself if I'm right or wrong. Because till date, I had been seeing myself as a non-materialistic person. But now, I had bottled up my desire that I don't want anything. But suddenly I see myself as a different person, that I want money. I want money so that I can share more. And I see it as a means to increase happiness. But I want it, and I'm judging also myself. So I'm a little confused, but I.
See, you want to give happiness to others.
Yes.
Correct?
Yeah.
Now, why does it have to be only money?
Sir, because that's the easiest way how.
No, it is not the easiest. You identify somebody who doesn't have enough to eat or a student who wants to study. Within your limits, you can pay his school fees and derive happiness out of it.
Yeah, sir, I have been doing this till now. But of late, I've seen like if you have, if you have the potential, then, it's easier. It's
No,
easy.
I will actually ask you to raise one question for yourself and answer it. Okay? Right? You write down this question. How much is enough?
Okay.
Under each category, write down how much is enough. Whatever you want to do, derive, how much is enough? That's the question. And you write the answer for that. We can have a discussion on that. Right? But think about it.
There's no basement.
Can you take all those initiatives with what you have? If you don't, how are you going to generate becomes the next question.
Sir, yeah, like tan man dhan, I know. Yeah, tan, sir, tan and dhan se, tan and man se to kar rahi hu. पर धन से करने में ऐसे लगता है ना,
Actually, आप इतना इवॉल्व हो कि धन से करना नहीं चाहिए.
Sir,
many people think about this. In spirituality, we even say, don't give money. Give in kind, not in cash. Why? Because you may not be sure that it will be properly utilized. So why do you want to involve your energies with their energies? And you become the root cause for their going astray. So no money, only kind, through service. Right? That is what we recommend in spirituality.
Sir, one small question.
This time is for that question answer.
Sir, ये वाला philosophy है, अभी तक ऐसे ही कर रहे थे. पर now when I am actually into the spiritualism, and they say, जो मन से करने वाला है और मुंह से बोलने वाला किसी को भाता नहीं है. और
आपको खुशी मिलती है नहीं मिलती है,
वही
जरूरी है. दूसरों को आप बांटने की कोशिश करो, लेकिन आप जो कर रहे हो, you are very clear, you are very pure, that's good enough. लेकिन ये पैसा देने वाली बात, मैं तो कब मेरे को कोई पैसा पूछेगा तो मैं बोलूंगा माफ कीजिए, मैं पैसा किसी को डोनेट नहीं करता. हालांकि सच बात ये भी है कि मेरे पास पैसा नहीं है डोनेट करने के लिए. फिर भी अगर होता तो भी मैं ये बोलता, माफ कीजिए, आपको खाना खाना है, आपको पढ़ाई करना है, मैं वो करा दूंगा, लेकिन पैसे मैं नहीं दे सकता, माफ कीजिए.
पढ़ाई करना बहुत ही अच्छी है.
सर, आपने कॉन्फिडेंस दे दिया मुझे, बिकॉज आई डोंट नो, मुझे अपने बारे में नहीं मालूम था. जब मैं किसी से बात करती हूँ तो मेरा टचिंग तो ऐसे हो जाता है कि वो ही वांट्स टू लिसन टू मी, पर मुझे ऐसा लगता था कि लोगों को शायद पैसे का भी जरूरत है. बट यू गिवन मी, यू वैलिडेटेड what I was doing, so I can relate to what you said.
Correct.
Good
So,
idea, sir. Good idea. पढ़ाई
this
करवा के
entire route map that you have drawn will pave your actions to see that you are always in the plus in terms of your personal satisfaction and gratification. That is very important. Yeah. Parthasarthi,
yes, sir. So
anything else?
I'm really joyful, sir. You told me give education or food. That is a very good, noble idea, sir. Thank you.
No, that's what they say, right?
I didn't know because my wife is always donating. I am forced to donate.
That is, I mean, that we have another topic in spirituality, the spiritual tablets, we call it 1 plus Arshad Varga.
Okay, sir, you complete
Sir,
your
repeat
thought,
that
sir.
word. Sir, repeat, please.
I'm muting myself.
I said 1 plus Arshad Varga.
Sir, I really like that, Hindi words. If you could just text. When I heard the word Sangan Sangachya, I wrote it in calligraphy and then I pasted on my wall, and that's what I
No, this is actually one of the tablet, a group of spiritual tablets that we have, which we call 1 plus Arshad Varga.
So what is that she is telling? Can you फिर से बोलिए?
No, she liked the word 1 plus Arshad Varga.
No, sir, Sangan Sangachya. Kanchan ma'am used one time. Sangan Sangachya.
No, Sajjana Sangatya. This meeting that we are holding is under the concept of what we call Sajjana Sangatya, where we exchange wisdom and we also exchange experiences.
Sir, that one line, what she has written, can you tell me, sir?
Sajjana Sangatya
means?
Yeah. Sir,
what we are all doing.
Oh, I see.
Sir, in Hindi, that's called satsang, yeah?
Yeah, satsang.
Satsang, yeah.
So, Pali language, is it?
No, this is Sat Jan Sangatya. Satsangya Sat Jan Sangatya. Sangatya is coming together.
Okay.
Sat is good.
Sanskrit.
And yeah.
Sir, I will bother you. I want that word, please. 1 plus 1 in Hindi. I want that word again, please.
1 plus Arshad Varga. Arshad Varga is your Kam, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Madha, Matsarya, right?
Oh.
Right? That we cannot eliminate 100%. You may probably at best reach a score of 99%. That means 1% is left in you. So that 1% you start utilizing for healthy competition. Right? वो मेरे से अच्छा कर रहा है, क्या मैं नहीं कर सकता हूँ? It is only that portion. अरे वो आगे जा रहा है मेरे से, उसको दबा दो. That is Arshad Varga. अरे वो मेरे से आगे निकल रहा है, मैं भी थोड़ा और एफर्ट इंक्रीज करके मैं भी उसके साथ साथ चलता हूँ. That is 1 plus Arshad Varga.
Sir, this Arshad Varga means those 5 vices: Kam, Krodh,
Six passions. 6 passions. Kama, Krodha, Moha,
Ahankar,
Lobha, Madha, Matsarya.
What is that, sir?
Madha is arrogance.
Oh. Sir, arrogance and Ahankar are different.
No, they are the same. But one is at the mind level, the other one is the physical level, both.
Okay. Nice. Sir, if I have to remove sanskar in me, a little bit of sanskar of irritation, somebody is doing that, I get...
Meditate on that. Meditate on that, saying that I have to let go this. I seek forgiveness. I seek your pardon. All those, with all those affirmations, do your meditation, you will overcome that.
सर, ये आप जैसे ये कहते हैं, हम ऐसे तो सब कुछ अगर लेट गो कर दे, लाइफ में कुछ करने को है ही नहीं. इट्स सो इजी.
नहीं. वो लेट गो करना बहुत सुनने में आसानी है, वो करके देखिए तब पता लगेगा।
वही तो बात है सर, मतलब ऐसे लगता है उसको भी माफ कर दो, उसको भी माफ कर दो, उसको भी माफ कर दो, तो हम
नहीं, आपने अगर निर्णय ले लिया कि मैंने माफ किया है, राइट, देखिए ये जो शरीर है हमारा, इट इज ए व्हीकल ऑफ हैबिट्स, आदत से मजबूर, राइट, वो आदत को बदलिए सब कुछ ठीक जाएगा, राइट, या आदत डालिए, उसको ट्रेनिंग दीजिए, वो काम कर जाएगा। दैट बिकम्स द इंपॉर्टेंट वे टू टेक इट फॉरवर्ड।
So as a guru, one simple question again.
I am no guru.
No, you are. No. Sir, I want my yoga to be, the only thing that I want from this plan is that when I don't want my city to be disturbed. So whatever has to be done, I will do that. So, that is the only sanskar left in me, that, I do get little bit irritated by, yeah.
No, why you are getting irritated? I will give you an equation. You are getting irritated because of this equation in life. Disappointment is equal to expectation minus reality.
1 minute, sir. Disappointment
is equal to expectation minus reality. So how can you make disappointment zero?
Is equal to that. Reality equal to.
By making your expectations zero.
Both are equal. Then also it is zero.
Right.
This is two.
So if your disappointment has to be zero,
you are thinking like this.
You should be able to recognize the reality, and your action plan to recognize the reality will be let go of your expectation.
फिर तो ये माइंड में थोड़ा सा गुस्सा रहता है, कुछ भी मेरे हिसाब से नहीं होता।
मेडिटेट इस पे कीजिए, ये इक्वेशन पे, इसको हर जगह अप्लाई करके आपके सोच में दम दीजिए। आपका सोच, आपका विचार, ये मेरा एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं है, ये नहीं रहना चाहिए। जब आपका एक्सपेक्टेशन नहीं है, अच्छा बेटा इतना ही कर पाए, कोई बात नहीं, बाकी मैं ही कर लूंगा, राइट? तो हो गया ना आपका, राइट? सो दैट काइंड ऑफ प्रैक्टिस बिकम्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट।
सर, वेयर विल सो मच ऑफ एनर्जी कम फ्रॉम? विल इट कम?
आप शुरू कीजिए, सब आ जाता है। ऊर्जा जो है वो हमारे साथ रहती है, वो आपके पास आ जाएगा। एक बार इश्यू चालू हो गया, आप में से कितने लोग बिलीव करोगे मैं ठीक से सो के 2 दिन हो रहा है?
क्या सर?
मैं ठीक से 4 घंटे से ज्यादा सो के 2 दिन हो रहा है। ओके, मेरे चेहरे में कहीं आपको नजर आ रहा है कि यह आदमी 2 दिन हो गया 4 घंटे से नहीं सोया है?
नहीं,
राइट? वो ऊर्जा होती है, राइट? Energy comes when you take up some activity and you start enjoying it. The body doesn't require a physical rest. When you sit in meditation, you have got 4 hours of sleep in 1 hour of meditation. 4 to 6 hours. Right? तो काय के लिए नींद की जरूरत है?
नींद नहीं चाहिए सर। या गुड।
नहीं, when you meditate properly, you will get that energy. Right? When do you get loss of energy? When you start operating below that courage and contentment level. आज का exercise actually has given you a path, and your action plan is to define your affirmations, your actions during the day, during the progress, for you to sustain your life and energy levels above a particular level. That level is equal to contentment. Contentment नहीं है तो आपको jealousy आएगा, आपको anger आएगा, आपको frustration आएगा, right? So I have given you one equation also. Now, for the disappointment, I will give you one equation, and I will stop my lecturing and only stay focused on any questions that you have after, right? The other is disappointment is equal to regret plus responsibility. आपका सारा जिंदगी ये दोनों के बीच में ही चलता रहेगा.
Sir, you said disappointment is equal to regret plus responsibility.
Correct. Why should you be disappointed when you are not responsible for something? Why should you regret that? Right? So you need to fine-tune the meaning of this to the scenario, to the situation, and you can lead a happy life. Likewise, आपका relationship के लिए अलग से डाल सकते हैं. आपके experience के द्वारा नया नया equations आप निकाल सकते हैं. अपने लिए क्या जरूरी है.
अब क्या बताया? You said the disappointment without responsibility. Yeah?
No. Is equal to regret plus responsibility. There are many people who live under the influence of regret.
Because?
Even though they are not responsible for that situation.
Oh, live.
So those people will start disappointing and they will start vibrating at lower frequencies. Lower frequency vibration is equal to impact on health.
So why they are feeling they are not when they are not having responsibility?
Because they are very sensitive people.
Oh.
Right? That means their vibrations are already triggered at a low, this one. It could be that they don't have a very strong, self-esteem. One of these they may have to start loving themselves more.
Correct. They have
right? So all these things become the next level.
So
okay.
That is the problem.
I am done.
They are not loving themselves.
Correct. I am done.
Done.
So Janya, I had committed I will do it before 7:15. Before
Sir,
7. I'm sorry, 12 minutes I have gone beyond.
Sir, but I am also waiting since long to discuss about the experiment that we did. I didn't get the chance to talk.
Okay, but what is the time for you now?
I won't need more than 5 minutes, sir.
Okay, done. Chalo.
हाँ जी सर जो आपने एक्टिविटी कराई उसमें what I felt was if I talk about my family there was like after 35 years there was a decrease in one family member but I accepted because this is ought to happen. If I talk about my education I think I could have done better 5 years बाद भी उसके बाद भी it was like it's okay doesn't matter anymore. My friends are same even after 35 years. My health is all good even after 35 years. My career as a homemaker is good. I'm happy to be a homemaker and even after 35 years. What I couldn't figure out was about my wealth. You just said that there is a difference between wealth and finance. Is the wealth
is immovable assets, is wealth.
So is it knowledge?
No, the knowledge also can be wealth provided you are converting it to something tangible. Right?
So
no, see there, your knowledge anyway is your education.
Okay.
Okay. Wealth here is immovable physical assets. जैसा घर बनाया या एक farmland ले लिया कहीं पे उसके लिए क्या वो जरूरी है नहीं जरूरी है तो रख के क्या फायदा?
So but right now I feel that I have abundance. But if
you have abundance, so now since you have abundance, it is more than what you need. Why can't you use it for the betterment of society one way or the other?
But if I'm using, you only said you should not make donations and you confused me.
I did, but did I say that you can do service? I said don't give cash.
Sir, but देखिए ना, अगर हम spirituality में भी बोलें, pyramids बनाने, there also we need money. So if we
Correct.
donate,
You do it as a kind. Don't give it as cash. I would not give it as cash. अगर मेरे में दम है तो मैं पिरामिड कंस्ट्रक्ट करके उनके हाथ में दे दूंगा, या पिरामिड आप बना रहे हो, ठीक है, मैं उसके लिए जो भी आपको पत्थर चाहिए तो उसका मैं सब ये करता हूं. I will sponsor that portion, but I will sponsor it in kind. मैं आपको ग्रेनाइट डालना है फ्लोरिंग के लिए, पूरा ग्रेनाइट मैं सप्लाई करूंगा, पैसे मत पूछिए.
Sir, I got your point. But after 35 or even after 5 years or 15 years, I find that I'm not sure about my wealth. So that takes me into a circle of fear that ये रहेगा कि नहीं रहेगा. That makes
उसके लिए नहीं, जितना अभी देखिए मैं बताता हूँ. I will give you an example of a friend of mine. Right? He and me started the idea of doing systematic investment plan. मैं 1 साल करके बहुत सारा पैसा दिखा तो लेके खर्च कर लिया. अब वो कंटिन्यू किया. अभी उसका कॉर्पस फंड जो है वो है 15 करोड़. ठीक है.
Okay.
Now what he is doing? He is now doing systematic withdrawal plan from it. वो महीने में 25-30 हजार रुपया उसमें से निकालता है. ठीक है. और उसका कॉर्पस कम नहीं हो रहा है क्योंकि मार्केट बढ़ रहा है. उसका म्यूचुअल फंड्स में इन्वेस्ट करके वो बढ़ा रहा है. वो जितना विड्रॉ कर रहा है उतना उधर बढ़ रहा है. तो 2 साल से वो 15-20 हजार 30 हजार तक मंथली विड्रॉ करता है उसमें से. और his corpus is still sitting there. Actually, it has gone up by 1 crore. वो 15 करोड़ अभी 16 करोड़ पे बैठा है. उसका महीने का पूरा खर्चा उसी में से निकाल लिया उसने पिछले 2 साल से. Right? So you will start looking at those kind of things, saying that after 35 years, I may require so much funds. Right? And my life has to be worry-free. So what do I have to do now? I have to invest for that state. Right? What are the instruments available to me? Are you getting my point?
So you mean that instead of being in a circle of fear, I should in fact think on the
you have identified as a potential fear, but you don't want to get into it. So how can you control it?
Yeah. So I need to introspect on that.
Yes. That is the purpose of this exercise. अभी मेरे पास क्या नहीं है, वो 35 साल के पहले मैंने जो भी एक्सरसाइज किया था उसमें फाइनेंसेस नहीं था. मेरे पास फाइनेंसेस है ही नहीं. ठीक है.
So that is why I don't want to think it like this, because then I don't want to make this a reality.
No. Instead of thinking that way, you have identified a bottleneck. You are now investing your time to see that can be taken care.
Okay.
Right? And you are aware. See, what happens is, man, there's a beautiful book by Viktor Frankl.
Okay.
Right? He talks about man's search for reason. जो भी हुआ वो अच्छा हुआ बुरा हुआ नहीं सोचता है, वो सिर्फ ये सोचता है वो क्यों हुआ. Right? The moment you ask why did it happen, you will start finding the answer, saying, oh, I should have done this and I would feel happy.
Sir, it's not today that after doing this exercise today I felt it. I feel it from before also. That
so what are you doing about it? If you have been feeling about it, it is causing a stress on you. What are you doing to eliminate that stress? That becomes
I should start saving, right?
Do whatever you have to see that you are living in the positive domain.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
So, Parmeshwaran sir, you have been trying to say something for some time.
No, I think I'm just enjoying that.
I did so many mistakes in my childhood At least these people can take the benefit out of it.
Yeah, that's it.
So, but Parmeswar sir had very calmness on his face. I was watching him since that time. He looks in bliss. It's very. It looks.
All these exercises that I have asked you to do is to see that you go and sit in that state.
Yeah, you two look like the Zen mode. It's the energy is very divine.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I only remember I was attending Shane's Daga's session, the 21 days or 28 days online, last year or so. So I didn't ask any questions. The last day, I also raised the hand. Hundreds or thousands of people were there. I was the second one to be called. I never expected. So I did not know what to ask. Then all that I told him, I'll repeat here now for your benefit. My vision, my mission has become your fulfilled mission almost. So I am happy. I'm really happy that what I've been thinking of doing, you did it. And by seeing you, I feel that my mission is also complete, right? Still, I would like to hear from you anything you have. Like that I asked him. That's all. No questions, nothing else. Then the answer he gave was, I would like to laugh like you when I am in 70s. That's what I've been doing now last 2 years. In fact, thanks to pandemic, all this contact could be made. And
I can't agree less with, more with you, sir.
Yeah.
Because that is where I started diverting my energies into spirituality. Otherwise, I was happy reading my books and enjoying my retired life.
And I got a friend like Chandra Modali, sir. I met him also December, you see.
I know.
But not a soul plan we talk about. This is soul plan. It happens. You don't have to break your head to find the soul plan. It comes.
See, when you surrender and life is moving very smoothly, that means you are aligned to your soul plan.
That's all. Just flow. Instead of swimming against the current, learn to float. If you know swimming, you can float, Only first learning is little difficult to learn swimming, then you can float. That's all. Simple. And about finance and all that, as he said, I would like to share. I was a bank manager, but I was having zero when I quit the job at 50. But today, like anybody else, I feel more abundant. So that abundant consciousness itself has probably helped me. And materially also, I have no dearth of anything. Whatever other people have, I have also. That I have not curtailed anything. Normal life is going on. So it will happen. I never planned or anything. Just open, that's all. So spiritual life is not something different, You don't have to show it like a uniform. Now I am spiritual. Spirituality is our true nature, actually. It happens only open to ideas. So I learned many things from Chandra Modali sir, and today I'm happy that he is showing Sarva Priyananda's YouTube. Probably 2 years back, he was not thinking of that, right, sir?
No, actually, I started doing it only when we were doing the L1 revision.
Yes, I feel happy now. See, this is a little, what I can't do directly, probably I could, pinch him and make it happen. See, this is so, the oneness. See, what is big oneness? Aham Brahmasmi is not just talking. It happens once you are connected, collective consciousness, it can do wonders. Right. Thank you, everyone. All the best, Subramaniam sir. Thank you for including me in your group.
No, I am now scared. Subramaniam sir will say, Chandra Modali, no more sessions. We told him to stop at 7. Now it is 7:30 and still people are not willing to go.
Sir, you are a fan of Sarva Priyananda.
I am a fan of anything that is wisdom.
That's it.
Very nicely. Very good answer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Master.
Sir, I am done. When you relieve me, I will say thank you.
Very beautiful, wonderful.
I will-
Almost 2
sir-
hours we
Sir,
had this
I will
session.
relieve you with only my last question.
It's almost 2 hours. I think those people, masters, if you have any questions, you can contact Master Chandra, you know.
Yeah,
He will be
you
very
can
willing.
do that.
He is
Shall I
very
ask,
willing.
sir?
Yeah,
You can-
ask.
Sir, you said 99% we can remove all that 6 passions.
Okay.
Kamakroda ending with Matsarya. But 6 passions, there should be equivalent and opposite thing. Now, can you give that? 1, 2,
No,
3,
not
4,
now.
6.
That will be a very lengthy discussion.
No, just one word each, 6 words.
No, it's not that way. For everyone, it will keep differing. So it's very difficult.
Okay.
Next session, Master.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Sir, everyone has become greedy. They don't want to leave you.
No, quite a number of people left today, you know.
Sir, let us start collecting money out of them now. For my time.
Sir, you said give in kind, not in cash.
I will nominate those kinds.
Yes, you have to.
Gold
We owe you, sir.
coins. No. See, no. Gold coins is one type of kind.
Yeah.
No. I don't need anything. Thank you. Your blessings, your wishes, that's good enough for me.
Okay, Chandra sir. It's a
Right,
beautiful
sir.
session.
Thank you so much.
Very wonderful.
Thank you so much, sir.
Very knowledgeable session.
Very nice session. Thank you so much, sir.
Very good Sajjana Sangitya we had today.
Yes.
Thank
No,
you,
you
sir.
have at
Thank you
least
so
2
much.
more already agreed with you. We'll
3
see how we build this. Because now today is only one portion of who am I. Right? Who am I? All these bits and pieces have to be put together, then it is who am I. Currently, the analysis is going on. Later on, the synthesis of all these inputs will be there. That will define the who am I.
Sir, how many sessions would it take?
2 more.
Okay.
If you keep asking questions, it may take even 6 more.
Okay, Madam Sajjana.
Yes, sir.
You can conclude with 1 minute meditation.
Yeah.
Sure, sir. Sure.
Please
Sir, this is
continue.
the most interesting session, sir, ever. Very
I promised you that, right?
Yes, you did.
Chandra sir, when I attended your session for the first time, I thought you are a man too inaccessible and you are there just to be heard, not, no kind of interaction. But
When did you hear me earlier?
so like 1.5 months back, when we connected with Kanchan, I'm from Australia. There was another, quantum.
Oh, okay.
quantum-
That was thinking and destiny. Okay.
Yeah. That session was very complex, I was difficult, but this session was amazing. It was like you were sitting next to me and only for me.
No, we will make things happen much better even there. Don't worry. Yeah.
Shall I play the music, sir?
Yeah, please.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much. Let's meet next Friday, same time. Thank you so much, sir. Good night, sir.
Next Friday is 10th, right? I can.
Yes, sir. Yes. I'll
No.
remind you, sir. I'll send you the reminder.
Thank
Thank
you.
you so much. Thank you, sir.
Thank
Maniam,
you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
very
Thank
much.
you so much, sir.
No, welcome.
Thank you so much, sir.